Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dawn. Hope you're having a great day. Today I'm making another card in my birthday card series. Like I said in my other videos, I'm trying to build my stash of birthday cards. I don't know about anybody else, but for some reason I never have enough birthday cards when I need it, especially a masculine card. So anyway, I'm going to be using the Whimsy Stamps InstaGator stamp set. Whimsy Stamps does sell the corresponding die to this stamp set, but I don't have it. Today I'm going to use my brother's scan and cut them out. I'm also using the Slimline Marquee die and the Equord die. So let's get started. To save some time, I went ahead and stamped my alligators with a Copic friendly ink, and then I die cut them with my brother's scan and cut. And then I die cut 4 of these Slimline Marquee frames out because I want to layer them up for dimension. I also cut out the Equord die. I cut the shadow from some white cardstock, and then I cut the words out 3 times from black cardstock because I want to layer them up as well to give them dimension. And then I cut a piece of white cardstock to 7 by 8.5, and I scored it at 3.5. And then I trimmed it down to 3.25 by 8.25 just so it fit a little bit better with the frame. Okay, so now I'm going to show how I do my basic Copic coloring. I don't do anything fancy, but I am able to get my images to have some shading. I tend to not have such drastic shading that a lot of people do, but that's okay. It's what I prefer to do. Not everyone is a professional Copic colorer. I just kind of do what I like, and I think the images come out pretty nice. I usually start with a darker color around my edges. Here I used Copic marker YG17 grass green, and then I come in with a lighter color. I'm using YG03, which is yellow green. These two shades are very different in color. One is very dark and the other is much lighter. But if you keep going over the darker color with the lighter color, it will blend together. Even if you don't get a lot of shading when you're just starting out, that's okay. The more you practice, the easier it'll get. You can see now I have shading on the alligator's snout and in a couple of other spots to start. And now I bring in some more of the darker color, and then I blend it out with the lighter color again. As you can see, I just keep going over it until it blends out to the color that I like. And then I add some more darker color in some more spots and then blend it out with a lighter color again. I just keep doing the same thing over again until I have my alligator colored the way I want it. Like I said, I'm not a professional by any means. There are many classes you can take to learn the proper way to do shading with your Copic markers. I know Jennifer Dove, who works for Whimsy Stamps, hosts Copic coloring boot camps all the time, and she does an amazing job at coloring. But the purpose of today's video is to show basic coloring if you can't take any of the boot camps. And the other thing I want to point out is you don't even need to have shading if you don't want to. Not everyone even likes shading. You can just color your image in all one color if you like. The key word here is do what you like. That's what's important. Okay, for the alligator's eyes, I put a little bit of C1 cool gray around the outer edge of the eyes, and then I'm just going to blend it with the number 0 neutral gray. And that's it. The alligator is done. I went ahead and colored the other alligator off screen to save some time since it was done the same exact way. Now I'm ready to assemble my card. The first thing I'm going to do is adhere all of my white frames together because I want the card to have dimensions so it actually looks like the alligators are peeking out of the windows. So that's why I'm adding so many layers here. Next, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of the alligator, and then I'm going to adhere it behind the frame so it looks like he's peeking from inside the window. Then I do the same thing to the other alligator. I put glue on the edge of his neck and adhere him through the opposite window. And then I adhere the card front to the card base. I'm not really going to show me adhering all of the letters together. I'm just doing the same thing as the frames. I'm adhering all 3 of the die cuts on top of each other to add dimension to the word. Now, you don't really need to do this step, but I think it makes the world of difference on the card when you stack the letters up. So I finished layering all of the letters, and now I'm going to adhere them to the white shadow die. For this particular word die, I like to start with the exclamation point first. For me, it's easier this way because the shadow die makes the letters sit kind of wonky on it, so it lines up easier for me this way. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment from the InstaGator stamp set into the middle window. I stamp it a few times to give it a good impression. Since there is so many layers on the frame, you really need to kind of press down on it just to make sure that you get that good impression. I put some foam tape and glue on the back of the ink sentiment, and then I just adhere it to the front of the card. I want to add some shine to the sentiment, so I use my clear Wink of Stella pen, and I just rub it all over the letters. I think this really changes the look of the card from, oh, that's a nice card, to, oh, wow, that's a nice card kind of look. Just my opinion, though. It's the small things like this that I think make a kind of make or break the card, really. When you think a card just needs that little extra something, I don't know if you could see the shine there. It looks really nice there. Now, to finish the card, I'm using my favorite confetti from This Calls for Confetti. Lisa has the most amazing confetti. This is matte black, and I use this all the time. It's like one of my favorites. She has tons and tons of different confetti. She has lots of mixed confetti as well that I love to use in my shaker cards. If you're in need of confetti, you should check her stuff out. Whimsy Stamps carries a huge variety of her collection. So I just wanted to let you know that. So I'm just randomly putting the confetti all over the card. There is no rhyme or reason to where I put them. For this particular card, I did add a lot more than I usually do because the background is all white, and I thought it needed that added color on it. And I just adhere them to the card with my glue and my jewel picker. And that's it. That's going to complete my card for today. This card was super quick and easy to make, and I think it came out really nice and cute, and it's perfect for a masculine card. I want to thank you for joining me on the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel, and I would love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think of the card. Be sure to subscribe to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any upcoming releases and great inspirational videos. Also, check out their website for all their new releases. And as always, thanks for stopping by and spending your time with me. I hope you have a wonderful day.